the situation might look dead. Ezekiel, you don't have to worry, because when I say I'll give life, he will give life to any dead situation. You might sit there for a minute today, but I got to preach it like I feel it. And what happens in the text is it shows us that God, he can resurrect our dead situations. So today, I know somebody walked into this room and you're looking at your dead situation. And the devil told you to make the call to the undertaker. And you called the funeral director and said, Mr. Funeral Director, I need you to show up and pick the body up of my dead situation. And as the funeral director is on the way to your dead situation, you're crying because you don't see any light of day in your situation. But you found yourself studying God's word. And when the funeral director got to the place of your dead situation, you had to say to him, excuse me, Mr. Funeral Director, I'm sorry that I bothered you, but between me calling you and you showing up to the scene, God turned my situation around. And I want to tell somebody, before you place that call, God is turning your situation around. You need to know that God sees what you're going through right now. And I thank God today that even though it may look dead right now, there's life for your dead situation. Somebody in the room might say, well, my sickness is my dead situation. I came to tell you, God is able to turn your situation around. Somebody here, your marriage might be your dead situation. But I come to tell you, God is able to turn your situation around. Is there anybody here know that God will give life to your dead situation? I thank God today. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. He's able to turn it all around. And now that I get ready to go to my seat, let me leave you by telling you this story that I heard a few weeks ago. There was a man who had a wife and 4 children, and they would always invite everybody to their home for Christmas celebration. And when they would invite everybody to their home for the Christmas celebration, there would be a whole lot of excitement, a whole lot of fun, and a whole lot of friends. But one year, on their way to Christmas celebration, a few months out, the man's wife was killed in a car accident, but he still had the Christmas celebration. And when all of the people showed up to the Christmas celebration, they were sitting at the table, and the man who had lost his wife was standing in the corner looking out of the window, and he was sad with tears in his eyes. His children sitting at the table, and all of their friends sitting at the table with them. But his neighbor came across the other street, and he said, my friend, let me tell you one thing. Just keep holding on. God told me to tell you this, that in a few more days and in a few more years, he's going to restore your joy. So the man just looked at him with tears in his eyes, and he was still sad because he had lost his wife. But a few years later, the same neighbor walked across the street, came back to the house, and the same man who had lost his wife, who was standing in the corner looking out of the window with tears in his eyes, was sitting around the table holding his children's hand with joy in his face and joy in his heart. And God had blessed him with a new wife. And the neighbor said to him, I told you that God was able to turn your situation around. You just had to trust him. And and never doubt him. And I came to tell somebody today, whatever your dead situation is, you might be in a corner of life right now with tears in your eyes, but you've got to trust him and never doubt him. God will turn your situation around. Is there anybody here today can thank God as you look over your life? You've had one dead situation after another dead situation, but look at how God turned it around in the past, and the same God that turned it around in the past, he's able to turn it around right now. Whatever it is that you're facing in life, it may be skinless, it may not have any flesh on it, there may not be any muscles on your situation, but when the Lord speaks to your situation, he's able to turn it all around. Is there anybody here, when you look over your life, whatever it is, just trust in the Lord, he's able to turn it all around. Is there anybody